Alright, let's get started. This is the legend of Date Masamune. Date Masamune was also known as the One-Eyed Dragon. He was born in September of 1566 and was the eldest son of Date Teramune, Lord of the Mutsu region. Date Masamune was successful from a very young age. He led his first military campaign at the age of 14 and succeeded his father as a leader of the Date clan when he was 17. Shortly after Masamune came into power, a Date retainer named Ochi Sadatsuna defected to the Ashina clan. In retaliation, Masamune declared war against the Ashina clan. Though at first he encountered difficulties, he was successful when he attacked the Ochi stronghold at Otemori. During this battle, he supposedly killed 800 people of all different ages, which shows how ruthless he was as a military strategist. When word of the slaughter had reached Ochi at Obama Castle, they burned Obama and fled. Meanwhile, his old rivalry with the Hatakeyama rose again. The leader, Yoshitsugu, tried to make peace with the Date, but he wasn't having none of that nonsense. His father was then dad-napped at sword point. Masamune then went after Hatakeyama with his men. Teramune had cried out to Masamune to fire upon the Hatakeyama regardless of his safety, but Masamune had hesitated. A war had ensued between the Date and Hatakeyama. The Hatakeyama had drawn support from the Satake, Ashina, Soma, and other local clans from the region. On November 17th, at the first battle at Masamune's Motomiyajo, Hatakeyama had 30,000 troops for the attack, while Masamune only had 7,000 warriors of his own. Masamune had prepared a defensive strategy, relying on the forts that guarded Motomiya. Hatakeyama was winning and Date was very close to defeat, but suddenly the Hatakeyama had to retreat to their lands because they were being attacked in their absence. This very close save really influenced Date to become a stronger military leader. In 1589, Masamune bribed an Ashina retainer and then took a powerful group to attack the Ashina headquarters at Kurakawa. On June 5th, Masamune attacked the Ashina at Tsure Agahara. This battle was decisive in favor of Masamune and was one of the bloodiest northern battles of the Sengoku Jidai period. Masamune's forces killed about 2,300 of the Ashina troops. After his success, Masamune was met with some difficulties. He had offended Toyotomi Hideyoshi and thus had his lands taken away and was given a lesser income. In 1592, he was accused of treason and was banished from his land. Luckily, Tokugawa Ieyasu looked upon him favorably and spared him of banishment. Masamune then aided Tokugawa in war. His contribution at the siege of Hataya and the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600 helped him gain back his land. Masamune was also known as a patron of culture. He worked on beautifying his lands by having temples constructed, encouraging trade, and welcoming foreigners. He was quite lenient towards Christians as well, and even allowed missionaries to come to his lands. In fact, he had spared a Christian man named Soteho, who was being sentenced to death for his beliefs. However, when Tokugawa banned Christianity in Japan, Masamune was forced to obey the law. Date Masamune was one of the last daimyo to see Tokugawa Ieyasu on his deathbed. When Masamune had passed away, his son Tadamune had succeeded him in 1658. Date Masamune has had a large influence on modern culture. It is Masamune's helmet that inspired Darth Vader's costume in Star Wars. He's also been featured in several video games, including the Koei's Kessen series, in Nindo Way of the Ninja, Samurai Warriors, and Shogun Total War. He's also been featured in manga and anime, such as Samurai Deeper Kyo, Yoriden Samurai Troopers, and Sengoku Basara. Here's the question that has been on everyone's mind. How did he lose his eye? Well, there are three theories that can answer this question. The first theory is that he had lost it in an accident as a child due to his aggressive and dangerous behavior. The second theory, which is the most likely, is that it had to be cut out due to a smallpox infection. The third theory is that he had cut a vessel and he had to pluck the eye out himself.